Welcome to the Strategy Room, a Strat-based podcast. I'm Joyce Reyes. I'm the Deputy Executive Director of the Strat-based Institute, and with me is Professor Dindo Manhit, the President of the Strat-based Institute. Hello, sir.
Hi.
All right. So for today, we're talking about the West Philippine Sea and the 2025 elections. So, sir, we have a survey here, survey results here, showing that as of last January, 83% of Filipinos said that they will vote for a candidate who will advocate for or who will push for who will defend the national security and sovereignty in the West Philippine Sea. And then by February, 77% said that they will support a candidate who will defend the national security and sovereignty. What do you think of this, sir? Bakit ganito kalaki yung suporta sa
At
West
least
Philippine
when
Sea?
you look at the result, summarize it, 8 out of 10 Filipinos are telling us. Sumusuporta kami, boboto kami doon sa maninindigan with regards to our sovereign rights, our maritime rights, and the protection of our territory. I think we have to use this opportunity to remind the Filipino people we are an archipelago. And as an archipelago, when we look at territory, hindi ito yung lupa, pati karagatan. At atin itong karagatan ito. Kailangan natin suportahan, protektahan. At yun ang ating hanapin. Sino ba ang consistent? Sino ba ang nanindigan para sa West Philippine Sea? Maaring hindi ito top issue socio-economic-wise, but I've always argued this is an emotional issue. Kasi nakikita natin with the help of media yung aggression, coercion of Chinese using their Coast Guard, using their militia, vis-a-vis our fisher folks, vis-a-vis our own Coast Guard protecting our seas. So parang tinatamaan ang puso ng ating mga kababayan, tinatamaan din ang ating pagkatao bilang isang bayan. Now, why are we allowing this? And why are there some candidates who might even want us to be weaker, or political leaders who would like us to be weak in standing up against an aggressive, coercive northern neighbor named China?
Mhm. Sir, there are critics saying, as compared to the other issues, the socioeconomic issues, as you said, hindi ganun ka-importante ang West Philippine Sea. But now we're talking about it, and 8 out of 10 Filipinos are saying it is actually very important. Paano ba naapektuhan, sir, ang ordinary Filipinos sa issue ng West Philippine Sea?
Alam nilang atin ito at naniniwala sila as a nation, kailangan natin protektahan what is ours. And what is ours is our seas. Ngayon, nakafocus ang ating attention sa West Philippine Sea. So ating mga kababayan, naintindihan nila yung nangyayari. Dito yung mga humaharap sa, mga probinsyang humaharap sa West Philippine Sea, di ba? Paano kung papabayaan natin ito, baka tumawid ito sa East Philippine Sea, yung patungong Pacific Ocean. Ito ay ating teritorya. May mga isda dito, may mga mineral resources, at importante ito sa daloy ng ekonomiya ng hindi lang ng Pilipinas, kundi sa iba't ibang bansa. So I think Filipinos understand this is ours. As I use the term emotional, atin ito, kailangan protektahan at huwag pabayaan ang kinin ng ibang bansa. In this case, China.
Especially, sir, with the coercive and aggressive actions of China in the West Philippine Sea. We've been seeing how they are bullying our fishermen, how they are bullying are doing aggressive actions against the Coast Guard, the Philippine military.
Nais ba nilang humina ang loob natin? O tinetest ang paninindigan ng ating gobyerno? And we have to be proud of the position ng sinabi ng ating Pangulo sa kanyang State of the Nation address. Wala siyang bibitawang even an inch of our exclusive economic zone, our sovereign maritime territory. At suportahan natin ang gobyernong ganito at ihiwalay at panagutin yung mga nais na bitawan natin ang paninindigan towards this.
I'll go to that later, sir, yung mga critics at yung mga nagpapahina sa loob ng mga Pilipino. But before that, we have another survey result from SWS saying that 77% of Filipinos agree that the Philippine government must further strengthen its alliance with other countries through joint patrols, joint sails, and even joint military exercises to assert and defend the Philippines' territorial and economic rights in the West Philippine Sea. Sir, how important is it for for the Philippines to strengthen its alliance with other countries to defend our territorial and economic rights in the West
Alam mo
Philippines?
naman natin there should be acceptance that
Mhm.
we are a rising
Mhm.
middle power, but we are not power by itself.
Mhm.
Our strength is based on the alliances and the partnership that we've been seeing that from 2022. And I emphasize that.
Mhm.
Pagpasok ng bagong administrasyon, Marcos Jr. administration, nakita natin ang pagtapang at paninindigan ng Pilipino. But when we stood up, the whole world stood up with us. I'm referring to major democracies that share the values of international law,
Mhm.
share the values of democratic values of respecting other countries within their territory, within their own exclusive economic zone, and how important it is to work together. And that is where our strength is now, 2 years, 3 years after. At dapat ipagpatuloy ito. At hinihingi pa nga is, hindi lang yung suporta, to work with us.
Mm.
So we need, I think parang sinasabi ng Filipino people ay, sa ating gobyerno, let's harness all this invitation to cooperate, all this engagement to cooperate into the next level. Can we patrol and sail together along our seas, our economic zone? Kasi it's within also the interest of these nations. Because they'd rather have the Philippines in control of the seas. Because they know we are a country that respects their right also to sail through our waters. Unlike ang China, baka i-control ito at ipitin pa ang world trade at commerce, considering how important yung trade between North Asia to the rest of the world, between the rest of Europe, India Ocean, Africa, the Middle East, as they ship to North Asia, or even South America or North America, they pass through the northern part of the Philippines. So it's very important. Ito ay hindi haka-haka natin sa ating institute, but this is a study done by the United Nations Conference on Trade and Development, how important our seas are, east and western side ng ating archipelago. Importante din, lahat tayo ngayon, nagko-communicate tayo through this podcast, data. At tumatawid yan through what we call submarine cables. Pababayaan ba natin ang bansang China, masasakop yung mga karagatan natin kung saan they can take over and cut the submarine cables that will affect our own communication. The flow ng pera dyan ang gagaling. Pati flow ng information. So we have to protect that. Ang maganda rito, mukhang naintindihan ng taong bayan. At alam din ng taong bayan na hindi tayo ganun kalakas, pero with our friends, with our allies, with our partners, it makes us strong. And that's we need to reiterate. Kasi ang pinaka-strength natin ay yung salitang atin ito based on international law. So tigilan na rin natin at huwag natin pakinggan yung mga Filipinos who uses the word disputed. Mula July 12, 2016, kahit anong sabihin ng bansang China, hindi na to disputed in the eyes of international law. Ang kagulat-gulat sa China, pag sang-ayon sa kanilang international law, ginagamit nila. Pag hindi sang-ayon, ayaw nila. Sa akin, naintindihan natin yan, interest ng bansang China yan. Our only problem is when our own media, our own people, think tanks that have come out of nowhere saying that it remains to be disputed. Hindi to disputed. Kaya nga nakikita natin ang continuing support. Ang hinihingi pa ng taong bayan sa atin is, let's elevate all this to joint patrols, to joint sails, to joint military exercise. In those areas where China continues to coerce our fisher folks. In those areas where China continues to coerce our Coast Guard, our naval vessels.
And that's the beauty of it, sir, no? Of the support coming from the many countries. Yung suporta nila is also saying that, is also affirming our rights, the rights of the Philippines in the West Philippine Sea. Nandiyan, sinusuportahan nila tayo dahil naniniwala sila sa ipinaglalaban natin, sa kung ano yung atin.
Makikita natin na chronologically, kaya mas matapang ngayon ang paninindigan ng ibang bansa dahil hawak natin ang desisyon based on international law. Wala tayo nito noong June, before July 12, 2016. Baka sabihin niyo, sir, but why did it take 6 years para manindigan tayo? Kasi meron tayong isang gobyerno na tinanggap at binabansag pa yung pananaw ng China.
Mhm.
Doon ako kagulat-gulat. How can we have our own government in our own republic representing the Filipino people and saying that we cannot do anything? Kaya sa akin, dapat din paalala natin, nanalo tayo, may mga bayan at malalaking bansa that drives the world economy, that drives military power collectively, more than China, are with us in this stance to protect our seas. Kasi atin ito.
Yeah, and that's where we are right now, no, sir. Connecting this issue to the 2025 elections, there are candidates who are, in a way, in their words, lumalabas na parang medyo pro-China sila, based on their words and in their actions also previously. If I may cite, sir, the latest social weather station survey, according to results, 78% of Filipinos said that they will vote for a candidate who believes that the Philippines must assert a rights against China's aggressive actions in the West Philippine Sea. If you look at this, may suporta ng mga botante ang mga kandidato na who will assert their rights in the West Philippine Sea. Now, contrary to this, 22% lang ang nagsasabi na they will support a candidate who does not believe that the Philippines must assert our rights against China's aggressive actions in the West Philippine Sea. What do you make of this, sir?
Klaro,
Mhm.
8 out of 10 Filipinos, if we will work within the science behind surveys, ay nagsasabing, piliin natin ang kandidato. Ang kinakatakutan ko lang, madaming kandidato, kinakalimutan ng kanilang nakaraan. Nasaan ba sila noong 2016 to 2022? Nasaan ba sila nung bumibisita ang dating pamahalaan sa China? At pinapangako na baliwala ito, papel lang to. O nasaan ba sila nung bumisita si Xi Jinping dito noong 2017? No? So dapat balikan natin. Hindi pwedeng babaliktad sila sa pananaw dahil ba takot sila sa botante. So we need to be more focused on trying to identify who these candidates are. They cannot just suddenly change their political colors. At makikita rin natin ano ba yung mga binabanggit na pananaw ng ibang mga supporters ng China na patuloy pa rin gumagamit ng salitang disputed. Or ayaw natin ng gera. Who would like war? Pero tayo nga, ang tawag nga namin dito sa international politics ay dinedeter natin ng China kasi hindi tayo nakipag-gera. Pumunta tayo sa batas, international law, at gumamit tayo ng suporta when we filed the case. Pero nung tandaan natin, 2016 to 2022, nawala sa atin itong panahon ito. Kasi may grupo, may mga political leaders na talagang nag-appease sa China. Ako pa nga, appeasement pa ang ginagamit ko, no? Parang tinanggap anong gusto ng China. Yung iba nga, ang ginagamit na salita ay tuta ng China. At beyond the interest of the Filipino people, paalala natin ito sa ating mga kababayan. Sino ba at sino ito ngayon sa mga kandidato running for public office?
You made a very interesting point, sir, no? Kasi with this survey out in the open, all candidates, pag nabasa nila to, ay yun pala hinahanap ng mga botante. We need to be in favor of the Philippines, that we must assert our rights. So even those who do not believe in this, even those who are actually pro-China, would pretend right now, during this campaign period, that they are in favor of defending the West Philippine Sea. Now my question is, sir, how do we know na sino yung nagkukunwari lang and sino yung pro-China candidate talaga?
Consistent, di ba? Sino ba ang nanindigan para sa interest ng China? Ito yung dating administrasyon. It is the administration of President Duterte. So balikan natin. No? Baka dapat mas maging mapaisip tayo, suriin, no? We have to analyze and see sino ba ang kandidato ni President Duterte. They are consistent because he never really stood up for our interest vis-a-vis China. So balikan natin yon at panagutin yung mga nanindigan kasama ng dating administrasyon with regards to China.
Sir, what are the risks of having a leader who is pro-China or can be influenced by China? Ano bang masama?
Hindi lang pro-China.
Mhm.
Ang dapat interest ng ating political leaders is the interest of the Filipino people. And for the Filipino people, China is their greatest security threat. Nananakot, tinatakot, sinasaktan, at inaagawan pa ang ating mga mangingisda. Sinasaktan, kahit tayo isang peaceful nation, ang ating mga magigiting na sundalo at Coast Guard. No? So, yan ang katanungan natin. These are people whose interest is the interest of China. Then they can go to China, work in China, but not work inside the Philippine government. Because the interest of the Filipino people is quite clear, 7 to 8%. And consistent. We have seen this. Noong 2022, ang taas pa niyan, 89% would like us to assert our rights. At pinanindigan to ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos Jr. Ngayon, ang sinasabi ng taong bayan, huwag natin iboto, huwag natin suportahan. So balikan lang natin sino ito at huwag natin siyang bigyan ng boto at panagutin. Dahil ang interest sila, interest ng China, hindi interest ng sambayan ng Pilipinas.
Sir, previously, we already had a leader who is, sabi nyo nga, medyo malapit sa China. Sinabi it was President Duterte himself who said that I love China, I love Xi Jinping.
Kailangan natin paalala yan sa taong bayan.
Ano repercussions, sir, of having a leader? Ano yung mga naging epekto before na kailangan maalala ng mga tao?
Di ba ang epekto nun ay parang sinasakop nila yung ating karagatan. Ngayon, meron tayong pushback. Imagine natin 6 na taon ang nawala sa atin. Tapos, nandyan din yung pananaw na nagtagal yung from our victory under international law, we could have transformed that victory into our actual laws. Yung Maritime Zone Act, yung Archipelagic Sea Lanes. Dapat salamatan natin ang Kongreso ngayon, ang liderato ng Kongreso ngayon dahil pinasa nila to. Ba't ito nagtagal? Kasi nga, dinedefine ito ano ang atin. Ba't ito pinoprotektahan yung hindi atin o yung interest ng ibang bansa? And that is where my concern is. Dapat paalala, dapat maintindihan ng taong bayan. Galit kayo sa mga ganitong pananaw na interest ng China pinoprotektahan. Huwag tayo bumoto sa mga tulad nila.
And aside, sir, sa mga nangyayari sa dagat, I think it's also important to remind the public what happened in kahit sir sa urban areas yung paglaganap ng mga pogo.
Totoo yan. Sabi nila, magandang kaibigan ng China, magpapasok ng negosyo. Sabihin nga sa atin kung ano negosyo ang pumasok ng panahon ng 2017. Naalala ko yan. Hanggang sa nitong Disyembre ng 2022 nung pinasira ng gobyerno natin. At maganda itong pananaw na ito. Ako, kala ko, politika lang. Di ba? Yung pasasara yan. But there was really a serious effort. Bakit? Anong pumasok? Pogo? Anong kasama ng Pogo? Prostitution, scam, at ang kalungkot-lungkot pa, baka pati pagsispiya. Isipin nyo may mga Pogo sa mga maliliit na bayan na malapit sa mga military base natin. At may mga Pogo kung saan nagtatrabaho ang ilang tao na paikot-ikot, minamanmanan pa lang ating bases. Proteksyon natin po. Again, ba't sino nagprotekta sa kanila? Maaaring hindi mga kandidato ngayon, pero dapat panagutin din. And it became a negative view about the Philippines, the existence of this online gaming. Sabi ng China, hindi ito importante, ayaw nila ito. Ba't nila pinabayaan itong mga Chino na ito na magnegosyo dito at nakakauwi pa sa kanila? No? So sa akin, baka part ng grand plan na gamitin itong mga legal front. It was initially a business. Fintech pa nga ginagamit, no? Para sa mga GCash at marami pang iba. Paymaya, fintech daw. Pero pala, ispiya and becomes part of a broader criminal syndicate that really affects our integrity as a nation. Ang malungkot pa dyan, dagdag ko pang issue ito, what if they are, itatawag nga natin mga trolls? Nagsispread ng disinformation. No? Nagkakaroon tayo ng mga malign influence, interest ng China. Kaya hanggang ngayon, pati media natin may gumagamit ng salitang disputed. Hindi mo ito maririnig sa loob ng bansang China. Hindi mo ito maririnig sa loob ng bansang Vietnam. Pero sa atin, na tayo nang nanalo, nagdedebate pa tayo. Bakit sa nanggagaling itong pananaw na ito? Baka naman nanggagaling dito sa mga ganitong so-called tech investments that have transformed some of these POGOs into actual malign influence infrastructure, which is a cause of disinformation and misinformation sa ating bansa.
Sir, so from the perspective naman, I'm thinking from the perspective of a voter. Okay, now kunwari na-identify ko na sino yung pro-China candidates. I've identified who are the candidates who previously supported China, ganyan. But itong mga kandidatong to, sir, kasi natulungan din nila ako. For example, they're able to help give me socioeconomic assistance, financial assistance, health assistance. Now I'm torn. Do I vote for them? Kasi tinulungan nila ako, may naitulong sila sa pamilya ko. Pero kasi they're also pro-China. Paano ko magde-decide, sir, as a voter?
Diyan papasok yung issue na anong mas importante sa iyo. Meron ka naman ibang pwedeng pagpilian. Maring iba tumahimik lamang. Hindi nanindigan pero tahimik. Pero mahirap yung iba kasama pa. At nagtulak ng pananaw na stronger ties with China. Ba't ngayon tahimik sila lahat? So sa akin, ang tandaan natin na ano bang ayaw natin? Traidor sa ating bansa. People who have earned or might have benefited from this closeness to China. Maybe even financially. So huwag nating pabayaan na ito ang maging dominant thinking. Kasi patuloy naman, ang gobyerno natin ay may talaga ba sila tumulong or kinlaim lang nila? Kasi ang gobyerno natin, these are all government programs. With or without these candidates, ang programang ito would still happen. It's just that we have a habit, not only on this issue, but national political leaders claiming government programs as their. Pero ang importante ay huwag natin pabayaan yung mga traidor sa bansa natin ay manaig at tumanggap ng boto mula sa atin.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. And that's what's happening in this